Parts of speech. What is parts of speech? Well, a parts of speech is just the name given to a word based on the job that it does in a sentence. There are 8 main parts of speech: nouns, pronouns, adjectives, verbs, adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions, and interjections. Most parts of speech can be divided into subclasses like nouns can be divided into proper nouns, common nouns, concrete nouns, etc. Noun. Noun is the name of a person, place, or things. Example: Ali, alcohol, chai, etc. Prakash lives in Sydney. Mary uses pen and papers to write letters. Roja went to Malta on vacation with her family last year. If you observe the black letters: Prakash, Sydney, Mary, pen, papers, letters, Rosa, Malta, vacation, family, year. All these are all the nouns. Next, pronouns. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun or a noun phrase to avoid repetition. Here are some pronouns in this picture: I, me, my, you, he, mine, his, their, her, its, she, they, we, us, our, it, its, them, hers, his. So the pronouns change their form according to their position in the sentence. For example, I. In the subject position, it is I. When it comes to object position, it becomes me. And when it is possessive, we have to say it as mine. Uh, Let us see this sentence. Mahesh is at the movies with the Mahesh family. Mahesh really enjoys spending time with the Mahesh family. Now, of course, that sounds really stupid, and it is because. Can you tell me why? Can you tell me what the problem is in this sentence? Well, the problem is that we keep repeating Mahesh and Mahesh family, and that is very unnatural. We do not talk like that. And to avoid that kind of repetition, we can use pronouns. So, you can tell me where you would use pronouns in those two sentences. You can say Mahesh is at the movies with his family. He really enjoys spending time with them. There are 3 pronouns there: his, he, and them. Did you get all of those? Okay. Now I want you to notice that the pronoun he is in the subject position. He is the subject of the verb enjoy. Who enjoys? He enjoys. And the pronoun them is in the object position. Here, them is objective pronoun. Next, adjectives. An adjective describes or modifies or gives more information about a noun or a pronoun. For examples like big, happy, green, young, fun, crazy, three, etc. These are all the adjectives. In this sentence, they drive an amazing big red sports car. Here, the noun that we are interested in is car. So, can you identify all the adjectives that give information about car? Well, if you said amazing, big, red, and sports, you are correct, because all of those are adjectives. And if you look at them closely, you will realize that these give us answers to questions like what color, red, what size, big, what type, sports, etc. The adjective Amazing gives us the answer to the question, what is your opinion of the car? Amazing. Okay, that's now uh, all. But I don't know if you notice there is actually one more adjective in this sentence, and that is the word an. Now, the words a, an, and the are called articles in English. And articles are also adjectives because they give us information about the nouns that come after them. In this sentence, for example, we know that they drive one car. We know that because we said an amazing big red sports car. So remember that adjectives give us information about nouns and pronouns, and they answer questions like what type, what color, what size, etc. Okay, the next part of speech is verb. Verbs are probably the most important words in the English language, and that is for two reasons. First, every sentence in English must have a verb. You cannot have a sentence without verbs in English. And the second reason is that only verbs have tenses. I'm sure you know about past tense, present tense, and future tense. That's how we talk about different times, and to do that, we change the forms of verbs. So, verbs are really important. So, what does a verb do? A verb shows an action or state of being. A verb shows what someone or something is doing. For example, in the sentence, Dilip plays tennis 3 times a week. In this sentence, the verb is play because there's the action. And we are saying plays because to he, she, and it, we says plays. We add the s to the verb in the present tense, so the lip plays. In the second sentence, which is the verb? The verb is am. There's basically just the verb to be, but we say I am, you are, he is, etc. So, I am a teacher. Now, I want you to notice a very difference between these two sentences. Notice that in the first sentence, we are talking about a physical action because playing is something that we do physically. But in the second sentence, we are not talking about any physical action. We are just saying, I am a teacher. We call that a state. That means a situation. So verbs can show actions or they can show states or situations. Those are two types of verbs. Next, adverbs. Let me show you the sentence so you can see all the different things that adverbs can do. An adverb describes or modifies a word, an adjective, or another adverb. Yesterday evening, we walked somewhat slowly in a very beautiful garden. In the sentence, the first adverb is yesterday evening. That shows us when the action happened. The action here is walk. That's the verb. There is another adverb, slowly. So both yesterday evening and slowly tell us about the verb walk. But notice that you can further ask, how slowly did we walk? Did we walk very slowly or little slowly? The answer is somewhat slowly. Somewhat means something like a little. Now notice that somewhat is actually giving us information about slowly. How slowly? Somewhat slowly. So that's an adverb that gives information about another adverb. And there's yet another one, very. That adverb giving us information about beautiful. Beautiful is an adjective. Okay. So you see all the different kinds of things that adverbs can do. Alright. The next parts of speech is the prepositions. The words like in, on, at, by, from, with, before, and after. And these words helps us to show relationship in the place and position. A preposition shows the relationship of a noun or pronoun to another word. They can indicate time, place, or relationship. So, for example, I will see you at the office on Monday. Here is a common thing that we say to people that we know a lot. There are two prepositions in this sentence. Can you say which those are? The prepositions are at and on. The first preposition at shows us the place, where, at the office. And the second preposition on shows us the time, when, on Monday. So that's what prepositions do. They help us to show relationships in time, place, and position. Now, students sometimes confuse prepositions with conjunctions, but these are very different. The words like though, and, however, after, but, until, yet, since, before, so, because, while. All these are the examples for conjunctions, and they help to connect ideas. For example, in the sentence, Clara and Jasmine are best friends. Can you say which the conjunction is? The conjunction is and it helps to connect Clara and Jasmine, both of which are nouns. But conjunctions even connect the sentences. For example, I did not go to school today because I do not feel very well. Here there are two sentences. We call them clauses. The second clause, I do not feel very well, is the reason, and the first clause, I did not go to school today, is the result. The conjunction here is because, and it shows us this reason and results relationship. Alright, the last part of speech that we will look at is the interjections. Interjections are words that have no real meaning, but they help us to show sudden emotion or exclamation. For example, you can see my God, ouch, oops, bravo, hell, wow, hey, bingo, oh God, hello, my God, wow, God, good, hell, eureka. The interjections wow shows excitement, surprise, or amazement. The interjection hey is used when we meet someone or when we want to call out to someone. For example, I can say, hey John, over here. Look, I'm standing over here. So I want to call out John. Here, he is a interjection. Alright, so these are the 8 parts of speech. Here, you can write a test on 10 questions on the URL testimos.com/4637052. Your password 2020. Thank you.